Yukari and Teddy. With Teddy as a guide, we'll climb up the hill leading to the tower. I see what appears to be the front gate of the school, and there's a sign on the wall reading Yasogami High School. The building ahead of us looks like an ordinary school at first glance, but when I look up, there are a number of things wrong with it.
Ah! Is this really Sensei's school? It looks even weirder than it did before.
Yikes, this is really bad. I haven't seen anything like this since 3 years ago.
Even from up close, it's strikingly similar to Tartarus, a nest of death where shadows roam free and a tower of darkness built to summon death itself. But that's not all. Strange markings like the ground and walls all the way from the gates to the school building itself. Posters have been put up on the walls and even in the windows, oddly matching the eeriness of the building.
There's a bunch of posters up. It kind of reminds me of a school festival. The Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
That's Sensei! Sensei is so strong, kind, and a reliable leader. And over here's Chie-chan. She trains a ton every day, and she eats a ton too.
Teddy points out the different posters one after another and happily tells me about his friends. Seeing him like this, I got a sense of how much he values his friendship with these people. They must be a great bunch of people.
Huh? There's a poster of Mitsuru-senpai too? The Imperious Queen of Executions.
What's wrong, Yuka-chan? What about Mid-chan?
Oh, it's nothing. I just remembered something that happened during our school trip.
Yeah, the hot springs, right? I mean, technically it is the girl's fault, though. It was the guy's time. It's just, no one told them.
Oh, an execution, huh? Well, I know what that's like.
Huh? Have you done that to someone before?
Nah, it was done to me. And I see Hammer to repay me for my innocent curiosity. Just remembering it gives me the chilly willies.
Oh, I can imagine that. Talking to you reminds me of someone I know. There's an idiot in our group, too.
Junpei.
Oh, lucky me. I found Yucatan.
Oh, shit.
Junpei?
I'm surprised to see the next face. Wait a second, I have to consider what happened with that copy of Mitsuru from earlier. He's wearing a baseball uniform for some reason. Could this be another fake? Put some distance between us and knock an arrow.
Hold it right there! I told Junpei to wait for me at the station. What are you doing here?
Hey, wait a second. That's no way to greet your old friend. You're supposed to get emotional. Oh, wait. Are you another monster, Yukari?
A monster? Me? Wait, so are you the real Junpei?
Ugh, he reeks of sweat. Seriously, can't you have some consideration for the people who have to smell you? He's real.
Huh?
Whoa, aren't you the guy who was on TV earlier? Why are you with Yucatan?
Why? Because I'm Yuka-chan's knight in fuzzy armor, obviously. In other words, we share a pledge of eternal love.
Eternal love?
Yuka-chan, do you know this weirdo with a beardo? Whoever he is, I don't think he's a fake.
Weirdo with the beardo.
Yeah, I know him. You seem energetic as always, Junpei.
Oh, is that what's going on here? Wait, don't be ridiculous. I'm obviously the real me.
I can kind of tell too, that baseless confidence in himself. Yeah, it's probably the real Junpei.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, and sorry, I told you to wait at the station. But then I heard that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are in danger.
Nah, it's cool. I was kind of wandering around too. But wait, they've been captured? Seriously?
Yeah, about that.
I'm a little relieved to be able to meet up with a familiar face. We trade some nostalgic banter while we share what we've learned about what's happening in Inaba. I had my doubts when I heard of how Junpei miraculously ended up in Inaba even before the rest of us, but I guess that's just like him. He barely has a grasp of the situation, but he keeps going on about how some cute girl he met at Junes is. Ugh, I don't want to hear about that stuff. At least I learned that the persona users of this town are acting on their own during the unusual phenomenon.
What? Junpei, you ran into Rise-chan and Yuki-chan? Were they all right?
Yep, totally fine. Man, school chicks these days are really tough. By the way, who are you anyway? Aren't you that, what was it, General Teddy?
How dare you! It's outrageous that you treat me the same as that faker. I'm the one, the only, the adorable Teddy.
Well, yeah, I don't intend to push too many questions on the poor guy, but Teddy's existence is something of a mystery. What I do know is that he's an Inaba persona user and he's not an enemy.
The general Teddy from the broadcasts appears to be a copy of Teddy here. Teddy's a persona user from this town, and he's looking for his friends.
Huh? You could use a persona? I figured you were nothing but a walking costume.
Grr, how rude. I'm not just an empty suit. I have a persona, and I have something inside, too.
I don't want to know.
Look.
Inside? Teddy suddenly undoes his zipper. Huh? That's removable?
Hello, everyone.
Whoa, white guy.
Voice lines taken out of context? What the? What's going on here? The sudden appearance of this young kid inside the suit is startling. Actually, even before that.
There really is something inside.
I worked hard to grow this body because I wanted to score with a girl. Nice to meet you, Junpei.
Oh, your Japanese is a little off, though. You make a costume, not grow it. Do you understand? Make, not grow.
Do you understand?
Stop talking like an idiot, Junpei. But wow, I figured you were empty too.
I'm sorry. Did I surprise you, Yuka-chan?
Ugh, this is starting to break my brain. I'm sorry to ask you this once you took it off, but can you just keep your costume on for now?
Aw, but I just came out. Ooh, but this must mean that you like my bear skin better. Ta-da! Look, look! It's original flavor Teddy again! So don't hold back! Ladies and other ladies, start your snugglins!
Oh, come on, guys, enough playing around. Let's go. We have to hurry and find the others.
Huh? Oh, right.
Go, go, go!
Just when we're about to go inside, Teddy suddenly stops and stands up straight. Does his keen nose really work when he's wearing that costume? Oh wait, if anything, that costume is his real nose, isn't it?
Huh? But I'm already picking up on someone. The rest are shadows.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna question his sneezing anymore either. Is this someone he mentions related to Mitsudo or Akihiko-senpai or the others? Teddy runs off, still sneezing. We take a side path to make a detour around the school building and see a gymnasium up ahead. The entrance door is covered by a poster of a boy labeled the Beefcake Emperor. That name is Kanji Tatsumi, isn't it?
Oh, this is Kanji. He loves manly battles and is really good at grabbing people and stabbing things.
Right, stabbing things being sewing, grabbing people being... What?
This poster is giving me bad vibes. I don't want to charge in without a plan and run into this guy. Let's look for another way in, maybe.
Don't be stupid. Someone's here, right? Come on, we're going in.
It's gonna be Yosuke. Make Junpei open the door despite his protesting. The central area inside the gym is open, though chains are stacked high up all around, reaching almost to the ceiling. A blonde, well-built young man is standing in the open space, clearly waiting for us. There's no mistaking him. This is Kanji Tatsumi, whose face is on the poster we just saw.
Finally, you showed up!
Oh, never mind the shadow version.
Hello, boys! I've been waiting forever and ever for you. Especially you, Slugger.
Just to be clear, you don't know this guy, right?
No! He's got no business calling me out like a designated hitter. Hey, Teddy! That's your friend, right? Why don't you sniff him and see if he's one of those fakes?
I don't have to. That's definitely a fake. If Kanji really liked you, he'd be stuttering and baking you treats instead of talking like that.
Oh, I've got a treat for you. It's in my fists, and I can't wait to show it to you. Bring on the ring!
Kanji hollers loudly and the four pillars descend, surrounding us. Well, I knew this was coming. This is obviously a fake. In order to find that someone Teddy was talking about, we'll have to fight our way past him.
All right, you guys go in there and fight him. I'll cheer you on from over here.
Don't be a wuss. You're fighting too. Let's deal with this quickly.
You're not going to beat me down that easily. Here we go, dammit!
Let's do Junpei. Then we'll do Yukari next time. He called me out after all. Also, Junpei's more fun to use.
Finally!
Alright.
I'm cheering for you. Don't lose, Junpei.
It's coming! Here,
I was trying to use an actual skill, not the instant kill, but this works.
Perfect flip.
It. Yeah, I like Junpei's persona abilities. They're really nice.
So just to be clear, I didn't even want to go in here, all right? So this is all on you guys.
As Junpei stumbles through whatever he's trying to say, the fake kanji crumbles and loses its shape. Sparkles of light that it spits out float up through the high ceiling and disappear from view.
Huh? I'm sensing that's someone through there. Junpei, hurry and open this.
Teddy points out to a door on the other side of the room, and Junpei quickly rushes over to open it. Huh? Junpei and Teddy might actually make a good team.
Yeah, I'm on it.
When Junpei throws open the door, a wall of thick red fog pours out, clouding my vision. I hear Junpei coughing from within the fog, but I can't see him. Teddy and I stick to the wall until the fog dissipates somewhat, then we peek inside the door. Oh.
Huh? This is Escapade.
Okay. Where Fuka is. A white spotlight shines across the dark open space. The edge of the light illuminates a raised stage. Looks exactly like the dance floor of the club near Gekkoukan High. Could this really be Escapade?
Fuka!
I can't help but call out in shock. A large cross is raised on the center of the stage, and Fuka is hanging from it like on that broadcast.
Seriously? Whoa.
Fuchan, I'll save you. I'm a-coming.
Imagine a Shadow Fuka. I know it's not though, because she's not a fighter, but that'd be cool. Teddy runs to the cross with a surprising turn of speed for someone with such stubby little legs. We all work together to get Fuka down from the cross, but even though she doesn't appear to be physically injured, she hasn't regained consciousness yet. Still, she's breathing normally and her pulse is steady, thank goodness. Seems like she's still not in any danger of dying.
Fuchan, are you okay? Wake up! I'd better give you the breath of life.
Feather dropkick!
Ah! Yuka-chan, I was just joking.
Yeah, good job, Yukari. Preventing him from suffocating Fuka from dying.
This isn't the time for jokes! Fuka, can you hear me? We've come to rescue you!
Ah, are you coming too?
Yukari-chan and Junpei-kun, did you rescue me?
Here comes Teddy. No, it was me.
Sorry we're late, but you're gonna be okay now.
Hey, Fuka. It's been a while, huh? And now that we're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Grr! Who would do such a thing to Fuchan? I'll never forgive them.
Thank you too, Teddy. But have you seen Mitsuru-senpai? And... she's really exhausted. You shouldn't try to move for a while. It doesn't look like the others are around here. We have to rescue them. I couldn't do anything.
According to Fuka, they were captured immediately after they were attacked. Even with Fuka's search ability, she wasn't able to sense anything until right before it happened.
All right, well, let's let Fuka rest here while we go on. We just have to rescue Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-senpai, right?
What about Aigis?
We can't leave Fuka alone here. What if another fake shows up like before?
Oh, right.
If we leave her here alone and another fake person shows up, her life would be in danger for sure. Still, we can't make her walk around with us when she's so exhausted.
Alrighty, I'm volunteering to stay behind.
You will?
Leave it to me. I can use a persona, and I'm the best at escorting ladies.
Well, if you're that confident, maybe we should leave this to him. I'm counting on you, Sir Teddy. Be her knight.
Junpei pats Teddy on the back. He smiles proudly and gives us a thumbs up. These two are starting to act like they've been partners for years.
Teddy, are Yukun and the others here too?
Huh. From what Junpei told us, Rise-chan and Yuki-chan left Junes to look for Kanji and Nao-chan. But if they notice what's happened to the school, I'm sure they'll end up here.
I see. If Rise-chan's with them, then there's no need to worry. Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, please go on ahead and save the others. I'll remain here with Teddy. I'll contact you all with my persona once I've recovered a little. Please, just give me a little time.
I raise an eyebrow, but Fuka smiles and tells us that she'll be okay. I read that Teddy fought through the entire case in Inaba too, so I guess they'll be alright. We'll leave Fuka in Teddy's care and leave the gym, finally making our way to the school building. No ambush and escapade, okay. We enter through the main gates and end up in the hallway. The building's interior is shrouded in fog as well. As expected, the visibility isn't that good either. We decide that we should head up and find some nearby stairs to go up. But after climbing a couple of stories, the stairs come to an abrupt end and we have to find another flight of stairs. Countless number of similar looking classrooms and hallways appear on this floor and we can't find a way up at all. The endless hallway is dark, and I hate to say this, but this reminds me of a haunted mansion.
Hey, Junpei! Stop going so far ahead! It's bad enough that I can't really see that far.
Seriously, this hallway goes on forever. You think it's time for a nostalgic replay of Junpei's Believe It or Don't?
What? Hey!
There are many strange things in this world. Imagine, if you will, a boys' baseball team, led by the handsome coach Junpei. What you'll hear next is a true story, a tale of mystery and fear.
Feather punch! Knock it off, you know I hate that ghost story stuff. And when did you start coaching kids?
Ow, will you stop hitting me? Didn't I tell you I coach a kids team, and I'm surprisingly good at it?
Is that why you reek of sweat? Do you ever wash that shirt?
What kind of slob do you take me for? And you're one to talk. You're wearing some pretty funky clothes yourself.
I have a reason for this, jeez. I knew I should have changed.
We continue talking back and forth about this for a while as we proceed, trying to distract ourselves from the creepy atmosphere. Eventually, the hallway ends with a very heavy-looking metal door. Above the door is a sign reading announcement room.
Dead end, huh? Well, I guess we better go on in through here.
The room behind the door is filled with tons of monitors and sound equipment. The professional-grade equipment isn't what you'd expect to find in an ordinary school announcement room. This looks more like a studio than a real TV station.
This is creepy. But maybe this is where General Teddy is making his broadcasts from.
The monitors suddenly flash to life and illuminate the room. What's going on? The screen in front of us is showing us a location that we both recognize.
The Moonlight Bridge.
The gigantic suspension bridge connecting Iwatodai and the man-made Port Island. The camera zooms in on the bridge's main tower. Another cross identical to the one Fuka has been bound to is on the screen. A figure in white is held on it with her head drooping down.
Yucatan! Is that...
Aigis! We have to save her!
But how? Are we gonna head all the way back to Iwatodai?
There's no reason to worry about things like that. After all, this place is your final destination.
Okay, Shadow Akihiko. While our eyes are glued to Aigis on the monitor, a familiar voice suddenly speaks up from behind us. We turn to see a person standing there with a red cape. No, that can't be right, even if I've started catching on to this. He shakes his fist as if to taunt us and wears an irritating smirk on his face. This is most likely another fake.
Doesn't it bring back memories? You fought those artificial persona users on that bridge. It was a conflict of burning passion.
Oh, Strega.
There was one simple rule. Power decides all. Now, try and fulfill my innermost desire. Bring on the ring!
As he shouts out, the red pillar appears again. We're up against a fake version of Akihiko-senpai this time, huh? Well, this is gonna be awkward.
Hey, Yucatan. I know this is a fake Akihiko-san, but isn't that the kind of thing he's normally ranting about?
Maybe. But this isn't the time to talk about stuff like that. We can't lose no matter who we're up against.
Oh, are you on fire, Yucatan? All right, I'm getting pumped too. Let's go for a grand slam!
Yukari. Hopefully I'm not shooting myself in the foot with this, because Akihiko is a close-range fighter. And Yukari's persona abilities are kind of long-range too, that's why.
Here's the opponent with your arrows!
Try this.
Scared you now.
This is it. My arrows don't miss. My arrows don't miss.
Nice.
Well done. That's how the game's meant to be played.
Nah, I got lucky. He ate my triple arrow twice. Akihiko's like, damn it. How did I get bested by an archer?
Whew. That was a really good copy of Akihiko-san, huh? What a fight.
He looks relieved as he watches the fake Akihiko senpai melt, but something's bothering me. Why did the fake mention that we fought people using artificial personas on that bridge? Is it just coincidence? This isn't the time to be thinking about things like this. We have to save Aigis.
Wait a second. Hey, Junpei, is that really the Moonlight Bridge in Iwatodai?
It's not like there's any other Moonlight Bridge, is there?
But remember how we found Club Escapade in this school earlier? That might mean...
I look across the new empty announcement room and spot a white door behind the equipment. I look from it on the monitor and it seems that the door here resembles the one at the bottom of the tower near Aigis' cross.
Junpei, open that door!
Huh? This? Gotcha.
Bingo, just as I thought, somehow the school is connected to the Moonlight Bridge. The wind is blowing normally and I see the lights of the city in the distance, making it seem like we really are outside. But considering how absurd this entire situation with this Tartarus wannabe is, this is probably another crazy place created by the enemy. That aside, we're supposed to be in Inaba, but we kept running into places that have connections to ourselves. Even if they're all artificial constructions, there must be some reason why such complicated tricks is being pulled on us.
I'll save you, Aigis. Yucatan, do me a favor and catch her.
Got it. Persona!
Junpei uses his persona to destroy the cross at the top of the bridge of his main tower. I summon my own persona to catch Aigis as she falls and place her gently on the ground. It was a bit rough, but I think it went well.
Aigis, are you okay?
Junpei-san and Yukari-san, where am I?
Because Aigis has regained consciousness, we listen to her account of what happened. Then we tell her our side of the story and what we've been through. Aigis doesn't seem as worn out as Fuka, but she's definitely exhausted too. Her expression is dark as she speaks with us, most likely because she feels guilty over being caught. Just like Fuka though, it seems like she has no memories of what happened after the car fell from the road.
I'm sorry. If I'd been better prepared, I would have been able to keep everyone safe.
Come on, it's okay. We still need to hurry and rescue everyone else, though.
Considering the situation, it would appear we were used as bait to lure you all here. I immediately lost consciousness after falling off the cliff, but I do remember something.
What's that?
I sensed that someone was close by. That must have been the person who's behind this entire case.
The culprit! Aigis, did you see what he looked like?
No, Yukari-san. But I did sense something odd about that person. I'm sure that it was a resonance of a plume of dusk.
Huh?
What? What's a plume of dusk thing again?
Simply put, a plume of dusk is what can grant a heart to machines such as myself.
And Aigis, can you repeat that please? The wind on this bridge is drowning out your voice.
Does that mean the culprit has a plume of dusk with him?
Oh, right. Machines don't work in the dark hour, so you have to stick these plumes of dusk into them, right?
Then is the perpetrator using a motorcycle or something like Mitsuru Senpai's?
No, that was not the reaction of a plume of dusk being loaded into an electronic device. It was obviously the wavelength of a heart like mine.
So, what does that mean? Is the kidnapper a robot like you, Aigis?
That is what I cannot figure out. The reading itself was definitely that of a human, after all.
I'm starting to get confused. What's going on here?
I don't get it. A plume of dusk? What's the culprit's objective here? Who is he anyways? We've come so far with our drive to rescue our companions. But could it be that we haven't really made any progress at all? I feel so anxious. Anxiety creeping into my mind. According to the material from Kikuno-san, there's a high possibility that someone related to ergo research is involved here. Got to the point that it was hypothesized that Shuji Ikusuke himself might be the culprit, and we did see someone resembling him. If we don't keep our spirits high, we'll never find the answers we're looking for. Slap myself across the face in order to keep myself focused.
Thinking about it now won't do us any good. Let's make sure everyone's rescued before we discuss it anymore. Don't worry. There's no way we can lose against most enemies as long as we stick together.
Yukari-san, thank you. You're absolutely correct.
All right, let's go then. But, which way?
As usual, Junpei mumbles like an idiot as we sigh. Just after that, a familiar sensation runs through us and Fuga's voice echoes through our minds. This feeling, it's how Fuga communicates with us using her persona.
You hear me? Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, can you hear me?
Fuka, are you okay now?
Yukari-chan, thank goodness. Teddy is helping me to strengthen my search ability. I had a vague idea of where you're all located, but I didn't have the strength to communicate with you on my own.
Fucking Teddy. When Teddy sneezes, it cuts through my head like a knife. Aren't there any volume controls? My inner ears are ringing.
Fu-chan, my nose is at its limit.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep this short. I sense Labrys near you, Yukari-chan. I think Yukun and his friends are with her too, but I sense something large there too. It's possible that they're in combat.
My sister is here? Where is she?
Directly ahead of where you are. You should be able to reach them in no time.
Directly ahead? I look to the other end of the Moonlight Bridge and see another door there. That might lead us back to the school building.
We'll head there immediately as well. Please be...
He's about to sneeze again. I cut him off. The communication cuts off. Our heads are still ringing from Teddy's nasal explosiveness. But now's not the time to be bothered by such things.
There's a door on the other side. That must be it.
Okay, let's go. Will you be all right, Aigis?
My systems are not all at standard parameters, but they are steadily recovering.
Oh, that's a cool still. We nod to one another and begin running across the Moonlight Bridge. Because the handrails and bridge girders are twisted oddly, the roadways is wavy as well, making it hard to make progress on. The fog is thinner out here than inside the buildings, and the green light of the moon casts our shadows on the ground.
This kind of brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? Kind of like reliving a page from our youth, isn't it?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way it would all fit on a single page.
I agree. This place is deeply important to me. It's also where everything started.
Yeah, it's where she faced Orioji a long time ago and sealed him into the protag.
I cannot let my feelings from that time go to waste. That is why we cannot yield, no matter what.
Now that I think about it, it's just so funny. Like, the only reason why P3 happens is because there's like the random protag is there on the Moonlight Bridge. It's like, hey guys, what's up? And Aigis is like, oh shit, random kid. Time to seal the god of death inside him. Oh god. We want to protect and being unable to yield. Memories of similar feelings came flooding back to me. We all made choices back then and took control over the time we had now. For the sake of that, we can't allow ourselves to lose here. Yeah. Unless this bridge goes on and on because, you know, there's kind of a looping effect. Alright. That takes care of that. So now we got Aigis, Yukari, and Junpei in one. We got Akihiko's story going all the way down here for quite a while. Alright. The Tartarus Tragedy. Now that I've recovered from whatever that cross was doing to me, I've had enough strength to walk on my own. Still, it seems that whatever wounds I suffered are greater than I thought. After we leave the music room, we climb up a flight of stairs and step into a covered passage. I don't know what the signs in this place mean, or even if they hold any meaning anymore, now that the city has become distorted, but it would seem that something called the classroom building is up ahead. We proceed down a long hallway that appears to go endlessly. I can tell whatever the haze I see is because of the strange fog or my own fuzzy consciousness.
I'll be sure to return the favor with my fists.
While I've been on the cross, I've been thinking the entire time. We were the core of the shadow operatives, but we all fallen into the enemy's hands so easily without any hope of escape. My own powerlessness frustrates me, but even then I kept calm. We still have comrades, Ken, Kodomaru, and now our new member, Labrys. They've grown so much and were able to save me even after I made such a colossal blunder. Is that gunfire I hear? The sound rings out continuously as if a battle is taking place nearby. We run in that direction the sounds are coming from.
this place. It doesn't feel like anywhere else. Sonata-san, this...
Talk about having bad taste. Whoever's doing this really wants this to be the entrance to hell.
This is the entrance hall to that tower, Tartarus. 3 years ago, we would gather here day after day to challenge the seemingly infinite labyrinth. We lost and gained so much here, a number of emotions flickered through my mind.
Mitsuno-san!
Labrys' voice echoes across the hall. I turn to look and see Mitsudo up on a cross in a corner of the room. Her head hangs low, and she seems to be unconscious. That cross must be draining her power, just like what happened to me.
Mitsuno-san, we'll get you down at once!
Look out!
Shadow Aigis? When we try to rush to her side, a barrage of bullets ring across the floor, striking sparks in front of us. When this torrent of gunfire finally dies down, the air is filled with white smoke, quite unlike the red fog that drifts around the area.
Confirming the presence of additional targets for elimination. Seriously, you keep coming one after another.
Aigis.
Oh, there should be no problem. You can stay here and watch while I deal with them. It should take no time at all.
Additional targets for elimination? Who? Or other people who had apparently been fighting Aigis, rather the fake Aigis when we showed up.
Ryukun!
Akihiko-san! Labrys!
Master?
Oh, okay, Chie and Yosuke here then.
Labrys is here too?
I immediately understand the situation. The rules of the fights here state that battles must be one-on-one, and I see those red pillars surrounding you and his friends and the fake Aigis. Most likely you has been fighting Aigis while protecting Yosuke and Chie, who are already exhausted. The battle itself is one-on-one, but there's no rule saying that you can't attack your opponent's companions if they happen to be in the ring at the same time. And it looks like it's a fair game to attack us as well. Seriously, these rules that are convenient only for the enemy are really getting on my nerves. The situation though, the persona users of Inaba, their skills and abilities are far beyond the ordinary. You'd think that they would be cornered this badly.
What's going on? You did this, didn't you?
As Labrys lashes out in confusion and anger, the shadow taking Aigis' form answers in a twisted smile.
Of course I did, sister. I am a weapon. It is my mission to follow orders and eliminate all targets. Now, sister, why are you getting in my way?
Get in your way?
As you may have guessed, I am a duplicate of Aigis. But I am such an exact copy of her specifications that I may as well be the real thing. I will carry out my master's orders. I cannot comprehend why you, a fellow machine, are trying to prevent me from carrying out my task. You're a tool, just as I am, sister. Unfortunately, you were stolen in the previous battle. And now, we must be enemies. The shadow operatives control you, while I take my orders from my master. Isn't that the only real difference between us?
That ain't true. I'm doing this of my own free will.
Free will? Is that what you base your argument on? Our memories are nothing but data, ones and zeros in our minds. How can you prove that what you know is true? That your mind wasn't written over?
A straightforward claim with the cold logic of a machine. This isn't good. Aigis is probably the closest person to Labrys, and like this fake said, if we really wanted to use Labrys as a weapon, we could probably manipulate her memories to some extent. On top of that, there's no way to prove to Labrys that we've never done something like that to her. Damn, what a move. Labrys' faith in us must be...
Hey, Labrys!
Sonata-san, let's leave this to her. I'm sure she'll be fine.
And as his eyes fixed on Labrys, even as he calls out to me. I see, these guys have just met, but they've already formed a bond through whatever battles they've faced so far. They believe in one another.
Sorry about that. You're right. I should trust in her.
Sister, friendship and trust means nothing to the likes of us. Yet you still attempt to fight me.
You're wrong.
What? Damn it. My entire paragraph debunked in 2 words.
I'm an anti-shadow weapon, too. I can understand what you're saying, but there's something I'm even more sure of. Aigis told me that going through the joy and pain of different things made her into who she is now. I remember that. And now I remember that the reason why I can stand here and fight you is thanks to all our sisters who died to make me who I am. Those are painful memories. But if I forgot them, I wouldn't exist. That's what I'll fight for. This pain ain't made up.
These memories are my own that I formed with everybody else. They aren't fake. They're my heart.
Labrys.
Labrys.
Understood. Master, I have a request to make.
The fake Aigis calls out into thin air. The creature, a lump of shadow, has a master. Who in the world could she be calling out to? Oh, General Teddy.
Testing, testing. What's this? A dumb old machine calling me up? What nerve? I'm a busy bear.
Forgive me, but I have a favor I must ask of you.
Huh?
Please lift the barriers on this battlefield and allow these people to come inside.
Huh? You want to let us in?
I want to fight them. I wish to crush all their bonds before my sister's very eyes.
What?
Oh, for Pete's... When you make a copy of a real person, the copy gets all the quirks of their personality too. Ah! Well, rather than getting persona fragments from those dried up old husks, you might get fresher ones from those guys.
Persona fragments?
Oh, did I say too much? Anyway, let's have a ring change!
Don't play the still. Damn it. It's the voice of the vulgar fake Teddy. Teddy calls out. Now red pillars descend upon the old pillars, shatter in response. The new pillars drive into the four corners of the room, make this entire place into a fighting arena.
You! Are you alright?
Yosuke-kun. Chie!
We rush over to you and his friends to check on them. Good. None of them seem to be that badly hurt. After confirming they're safe, we turn to face the fake Aigis again.
Thank you for inviting us in before your battle concluded. But we're not gonna show you any mercy.
There is no need to thank me. I am about to eliminate all of you right now, after all.
Time for me to make a comeback as well. This is a grudge match now.
You guys seem a little different from what I was expecting you to be, but I won't be fooled. I'll protect everyone with all my strength.
Okay, well, I mean, Akihiko wants this fight, so we'll give it to him. This will probably be the last time I can use some of the old characters anyways. At least in the story. Let's do it. This is my comfort character. Alright. No. No, I wanted to use my Mazio. God, Akihiko's so freaking smooth to use though. It's his pull. The suction makes it way easier to land my combos. The fake Aigis falls to its knees, but its body turned black as soon as it becomes a shapeless mass. I see a hint of pain in Labrys' eyes as she watches.
Looks like we won.
You don't need to look at me like that. Either way, we only have a limited lifespan.
What do you mean?
We were created for the sole purpose of fighting you. Once that duty has been carried out, all we have left to do is expire.
Fighting is your duty.
I will not bid you good luck. I wish for my master to emerge victorious, if possible.
And that's Mitsuru saved. With that, the fake Aigis loses all cohesion, falling into a dark puddle on the floor. Eventually that begins to flow upwards like a film of syrup being poured in reverse, until it completely disappears. It's quite the metaphor. We watch this process to the very end while we think about our troubles. Oh, sorry, Konomaru, I cut off his voice line. No! Who had been sitting at our feet runs off. That's right, this isn't the time to be sentimental. We have to rescue Mitsuru. Ken and Labrys run to the cross Mitsuru is hanging from. I go with Konomaru to speak to Yu's group.
Master!
Thank you, Akihiko-san. That was too close.
Huh? What's a dog doing here? I mean, he's adorable, but...
Sorry for causing you such trouble. It seemed like you were facing quite a difficult fight.
Ooh, I'm ashamed to call myself your student.
No, I should be thanking you. I'm sorry if you were all worried.
I decide to exchange info with Yu's group about the circumstances leading up until now and the situation in Inaba. We were surprised to learn that Ken and Kodomoto are not only Persona users, but shadow operatives. Our conversation turns to the reason why Yu and his friends were having such a hard time. Contrary to my suspicions, it seems the three of them had made it to the room almost unscathed. Then why did the fake Aigis give them such trouble? It's true that shadows taking our appearance can summon personas. There's no mistaking that they make extremely powerful opponents. But are they so strong that they could hurt these three skilled fighters that badly?
Nah, that's not it. When we got to this weird room, we found Mitsuru-san up on a cross. So Chie and I rushed over to get her down, but there was somebody there.
It wasn't the fake Aigis?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see a face, but the voice sounded like a guy.
You didn't see his face? How far away could he have been?
Well, he was kind of standing in the shadows. And the moment I saw his red eyes, my whole body froze up like I was petrified or something.
That's right. And when I went in to save them, I was attacked by a persona I've never seen before.
Red eyes. And a persona?
This doesn't make any sense. Previously, the enemy said himself that he didn't have a persona. Could this mean that there's something else helping him? Someone with a persona and a powerful enough to overwhelm even you? Mitsuru was here, perhaps she knows something. I moved to where Ken and Labrys are attempting to get Mitsuru down on the cross, but they appear to be having some trouble.
This thing's not coming apart. What gives? It was easy enough to get Akihiko-san off of his. I'm not having any luck either. Damn it, why? Mitsuru-san, please wake up!
Two desperately called to Mitsuru while trying to undo their restraints, binding her arms and legs. At that moment, Kodomoto stares fixedly at the door and gives a low growl as if to warn us.
What's wrong, Koromaru? Is someone there?
Someone's coming this way.
Footsteps approach at a leisurely pace down the hall. As they grow louder, the tension in the entrance hall increases. Eventually, the footsteps stop. A shadow reaches the doorway with all the way to the center of the room. It wavers in the illumination of the fog.
It can't be. You're...
Is he gonna speak?
So I wasn't seeing things.
Shuji Ikutsuki. An unforgettable betrayal and unfathomable insanity. Seeing him again, the spinning image of when I saw him, brings back what he said. The death of everything, but also the beginning. 3 years ago, we made extreme sacrifices to put an end to his plans. Does this mean he has come crawling out of hell to torment us once again? What? He's just gonna show up and not speak? I need a Shuji Ikutsuki playable character. That'd be so stupid. Revived insanity. Okay, could probably see it to the end of here, and then I might be able to finish the story next time. Yeah, that's the plan. I'll be honest, I'm really looking forward to playing episode Adachi.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
This room that Akihiko-san called the entrance of hell. Kodomoto remains in a cautious posture and waits to see what the person who has just entered the room will do. Akihiko pales and Ken stands frozen next to him.
Ah, Akihiko and Ken. It's been a while. Are you enjoying this?
Okay, he's speaking.
You... So you were the one behind this after all.
Now don't glare at me like that. This is the perfect place for our reunion. It was quite troublesome to prepare. The one you're taking great pains to find will be the one giving you great pains. Or something like that.
Shuji Ikutsuki. Without waiting for us to respond, he continues to speak.
We're finally reunited, and I don't even rate a hello? Or do you not want to speak to someone you killed? Is that it?
Huh? Killed?
Ah, you must be the 5th generation weapon Labrys. Poor thing. Didn't they tell you? That's right. They killed me. Of course, since I'm standing right here, I guess they almost killed me would be more precise.
That's ridiculous! You're the one who lied to us and tried to kill us!
Calm down, Ken. He destroyed himself. He can't possibly still be alive. Who are you really?
Oh, how cruel. Here I am, talking right before your eyes, and you still won't believe it. Why don't we ask the 3 who just arrived what they think of this?
We hear footsteps approaching from behind and turn around to see Yukari, Junpei, and Aigis tumble in. Just like Ken and Akihiko, they're at a loss for words when confronted with a person standing in the center of the room.
Ikutsuki! No way!
How are you?
Though the two of them are surprised, Aigis looks over at me. That's right, we can tell.
Don't be fooled, everyone. I can feel it. What's standing there is...
Indeed, that is not Ikutsuki-san. He's a fake, created by a shadow.
Just a foolish trick. That's what I thought.
Ah, well. You're a piece of junk, but you have a good nose, huh? You could have let me play around for a little while longer.
Ah, no Shadow Ikutsuki. With a sudden change in mannerisms and a few muttered words, the thing taking on Shuji Ikutsuki's appearance crumbles. Behind the melting figure stands another person who had not been there a moment ago. He appears to be a young man around the same age as you and his friends. What appears to be a Yasogami High uniform is tied around his waist. Oh, okay, that's why it's around his waist. You can't see his waist in his flippin' sprite, so... continuity. What could this mean? Is he another student at the school? A pair of scars cross his face as he smirks while toying with the two swords he carries at his waist.
Who are you?
So everybody connected to Kirijo's here, huh? The looks on your faces are hilarious! You talk the big talk, but deep down, you were totally freaking out over old Ikutsuki-chan. I couldn't see your faces in person last time, though. You remember, don't you? It was when I took control of that scrap like the puppet it is.
You were behind the abduction of Labrys then.
Yeah, it was a crazy performance, huh? That weapon took a lot of whipping. You need an introduction or something? My name's Sho Minazuki, and I'm behind all this. Welcome to my world, Kirijo lackeys.
Sho Minazuki?
Sho Minazuki, that name sounds familiar. It was in the data that Kikuno gave me before we descended on this town, named from Shuji Ikutsuki's files. Seems this young man has a connection to ergo research after all.
What is the meaning of this? What are you setting us all up like this for?
I'll admit, there's so many characters right now, I kind of forget whose perspective I'm hearing the inner monologue of.
Huh? What are you whining about, you little shit? I was letting you have some fun. It's a little entertainment. Oh, and I guess I do have a score to settle with you. Ikutsuki was my dad, after all.
Dad? That's impossible.
You're lying! He didn't have any kids!
Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna kill you all.
The young man draws his swords and the light glints off them. His eyes gleam with glee, the mania of madness. So this man, he's the one behind the entire case.
Toying with people and hurting them like this. What are you trying to accomplish?
Huh?
I've had enough. If you're hurting from your dad being killed, I get that. But is this the only way you can deal with it?
Labrys.
Mitsuru-san's people are risking their lives to try to end this tragedy themselves. They're doing their best to take responsibility for what happened. And I already know that your Ikutsuki guy lied to Mitsuru-san, betrayed them, and...
Shut up, you goddamn puppet! You've never even met him, so enough with your shit! Or what? Are you gonna lecture me like you're a real person? What a joke.
You bastard!
But don't get the wrong idea now. I already told you that I don't give two shits about Ikutsuki. He used me and threw me away, that asshole. It doesn't matter. See, all you bastards are in my way. Every single living thing is in my way. Every goddamn thing!
What are you talking about? That's just insane!
I'm insane? It's this world that's insane. All this bullshit about the power of friendship and close bonds and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pile of garbage. Trash! Bastards, die! Just go away forever, goddammit! I'll get rid of every last one of you. I'll annihilate you along with this entire world!
God, all I can hear is fucking Kawana saying this. My head hurts, I wonder why. Sense a resonance of a plume of dusk from the young man, and it's giving off emotion. Hatred, no, sadness. Oh, okay, I'm in Labrys's first person. He wants the world, but at the same time he rejects it. This intense mixture of solitude with despair and yearning. I felt this.
What? I know this emotion.
I don't know. I don't really perceive that in him. Like, he just kind of hates people. I don't think he really wants to understand. I think he's just actually nihilistic like all the other P3 villains.
Labrys?
He doesn't truly hate the world. What he really feels is Labrys-san, look out!
Kodomaru tackles me and I fall sideways. A giant knife is vibrating on the floor, right where I've been standing only seconds ago.
Don't say another word, you failure. Ugh, what a drag. I'm tired of this. Well, I've already got enough persona fragments anyway.
Persona fragments? Wait, do you mean...
Persona fragments, those are the same words General Teddy used earlier. Young man calling himself the mastermind behind all of this. Those fakes whose sole purpose was to fight us, the flakes of light emerging from the defeated shadows. All of those now make sense to me. Most likely the rest of us are feeling the same way. Hiko was gathering persona fragments by making us fight our doubles. The moment we all reach that conclusion, he pulls out a small box and holds it before us.
So it's time to get the real show started. Here's a question for you. What do you think this is?
That's...
What? Is it like one of those, you know, like those old, not board games, but one of those old, like, traditional games where it's like, you have to use the tongs and you have to pull out the, like the human parts without touching the sides? If you were an old kid back then, or in the early 2000s, you know what board game I'm talking about. It's like those like, tabletop games. Anyways, moving on.
Is that the remote Akutsuki was
God,
using when
old.
he controlled Aigis?
Oh, that's what it is, okay.
No. Stop him!
Why is there a red dot on the hips, huh? It's kind of devious. I understand the one for the heart and the head, but the waist? The reproductive organ? Moving on. Shit.
Activating the anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys!
I felt a sudden snap within me. Suddenly I lose control over my entire body. At the same time, my consciousness begins to fade, as if I'm being painted over by something else. It's that infernal drive that took over my body and forced me to hurt the others. Just like the other day, it grows on my mechanical body and all the self-control begins to slip away.
Labrys!
Labrys!
This is fun! Oh, by the way, I didn't stick a device in it or anything to do this. A weapon is there to be controlled. So, of course, there's a remote control. It's been built into that thing from the very beginning. I told you I'd destroy everything, right? Friendship, what a joke. One push of a button, and it all means nothing!
Sister, please pull yourself together.
I scream internally at myself to stop, and my arm swings my axe at Aigis and sends her flying away.
Aigis!
Oh, well, rest in peace, Aigis.
Now! You just won't die, will ya? That's not good enough! Damn it!
Kodomaru leaps at Sho and tries to snatch the box away from him. Yukun and his friends follow, but Sho deals with them all in a single strike. The boy is strong.
Not one of you's coming to help, huh? You couldn't anyway. My remote controller's more of a remote control her. Kidding!
Or maybe he is Ikutsuki's son, who knows?
Now, Labrys, kill the scion of Kirijo first. You specialize in tearing apart your companions, right?
Do it, Labrys. Sho jumps back to a safe distance and sends me an order to do just that. My legs move against my will and send me towards the crucified Mitsuru-san.
No! No, I'm not your puppet! I have a heart of my own!
A heart? Like I give a crap. You want me to erase all that too, then?
He manipulates the small box again with a raucous laugh. Power restraining me intensifies and I can feel myself slipping away against the torment of commands blasting into my mind. The blade of my axe is against the cross Mitsuru is bound to.
Stop! 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 Please! No! Labrys!
Damn it, you son of a bitch! If it's tough for you to hurt your companions, then I'll blast your consciousness into nothing! So hurry up and kill them!
An even more forceful command overtakes me. Mitsuru, you got it, everyone. I try desperately to hold on to my thoughts, but it's mercilessly torn away. I lose all feeling of the weight of my axe in my hands and my vision begins to waver. I'm going to destroy those I hold dear again.
Labrys,
Don't give up! Believe in yourself!
The last thing I see through my fading consciousness is you. I don't want to feel this way ever again. I don't want to give up. I won't. Power off. And just like that, a sound rings out and darkness envelops me. Did my consciousness shut off? No. Even in the darkness, I'm still awake. Whose voice is that? I hear a familiar laugh in the distance. Can't see who it is, but I know that voice.
A heart? What a lame ass. Just like always. You're the other me. That's right. I am you. I'm the you within yourself that you keep a lid on.
I become terribly confused in the darkness. My shadow, the existence that should have melted away and become a part of me when I accepted it. She stands before me looking exactly the same as she did before.
I don't think you really understand. Well, I'm in a good mood, so I'll make an exception and tell you. Your body is special. You have 2 memory banks. One for yourself, another a black box that would allow you to absorb the memories of the other Labrys units when you killed them and took their name.
Okay, well in this case, shouldn't she have like several memory units though, because she killed so many of her sister units, which means that she would have several different memories of like maybe even hundreds or thousands even of all the units she killed.
It was such a surprise. Thanks to that, even after I became one with you, my personality was preserved in it. Oh, this is amazing. It's pounding with the resonations of the plume of dusk.
She gazes upwards with an ecstatic expression and then looks to me and seductively licks her lips.
I've been waiting
Ooh, how
all
deep
this
he
time
is.
for your will to weaken. What?
Wait, what'd you say? Waiting for all this time for your will to weaken now, this body is finally mine. Oh.
It's about time you ended this. Believe in your friends? Look where that got you. Am I right? Don't you hate him? Don't you want to destroy him? Enough of this bullshit about bonds and camaraderie. All you have to do is destroy everything. Put that gigantic axe on your back to use.
Huh? What?
Labrys!
Hey, you piece of junk! Can't you follow the simplest order properly? How broken are you?
Follow orders?
Oh shit, the shadow took over. For real. For real?
That voice.
Kiss my skinny little ass, you punk kid. As if I'd listen to whatever crap you ordered me to do.
Labrys?
I can destroy whatever I want. That includes whiny brats like you who try to get in my way and order me around.
You piece of junk! You call me a brat, but you're no different! I mean, what the hell are you?
Can it, brat?
Labrys has turned into a really bad girl.
That's Labrys' shadow. I thought she had disappeared.
The explosion of emotions had pushed my consciousness back to the surface. The darkness disappears and my vision returns. But still, I can't will my limbs to follow my commands. I'm not in control of myself, but the other me is. My emotions running wild within me are out of my control and my body won't accept my commands.
Crap! So wiping out the rational mind made its true self show up? Goddamn shitty robot, it's completely useless!
Cut the crap, brat! Come at me! Come, Persona! Asterius!
What? Seriously? She can even summon that cow monster from before? Wait, did she just call it her persona?
You little... What the hell's going on here?
What'd you expect, Ariadne? That filthy little thing isn't worthy of being my partner.
The giant bull Asterius roars. Shadow, now facing the full wrath of my shadow, uninhibited urge to kill, draws his swords with an almost annoyed sneer.
You better watch out. I'm no ordinary shadow. I'm finally free! Free to wreak as much havoc as I want!
Oh shit, I actually have no experience playing a Shadow Labrys. I don't know her persona moveset. Time to test this out. We'll just do basic combos for this one, not get too elaborate.
Finally.
Alright.
Fight!
Ready for this? I see ya. Still up.
Wait, he countered? Yeah, counter that. I just punched the screen? Damn.
Shit! You broke the goddamn remote! What the hell are you, damn it?
Oh, what's wrong, little boy? Don't tell me you're done already. I'm not even close to being satisfied.
Is that the real Labrys?
No. That's her suppressed emotions running wild. That show guy brought this on himself. He couldn't have known something like this would happen with Labrys' memories.
But this is bad.
Yeah. She was already a handful when we all went up against her. This is gonna be even worse now. Damn it.
I guess I should put an end to you now. How do you want it? Ah, yes. You wanted me to tear you apart, didn't you?
You monster. Try it if you can. You're not worth my time, but I don't care anymore. I'll do everything in my power to destroy you!
Stop, Labrys! You've done enough!
Don't do it! He's not worth it!
Out of my way, you bastards. I don't need more of your friendship games from last time.
No! If you're
She
seriously gonna do
knows.
this, then you've gotta get past us!
Like, no more P1 Grand Prix.
What are you doing? It's too dangerous! Get away from her!
I'm sorry, Akihiko-san, but we can't back down from this.
We're Labrys' friends! We could never let her accept this fate!
We're not sticking up for this guy, but we'll never let one of our friends become a murderer!
She put her weapon down. This is more garbage. Do whatever you want, you idiots.
This place. What's happened to me? You.
I've had enough of this shit. I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Huh? You're giving control of my body back to me?
You're the one who likes playing house.
The darkness returns and she brusquely turns her back to me. Silence fills the area for a moment, and then I suddenly realize something. She used a persona a moment ago. It's true that she looked and acted the same as she was when she was a true shadow. But I can tell, I was fighting with the controlled powers of her persona just now. It may sound the same, but it's different. There wasn't a shadow running berserk. As I accepted myself, I was able to attain a persona. Maybe the same could be said about...
You were actually... You did that to help me. Thank you.
Shut up. Just take over for me already. Oh, and...
The other me mutters something, and I can't hear what she says, but I can tell what it was she wanted to say. Yeah, don't worry. You're me and I'm you. You do remember what I feel, huh? She's always sleeping inside of me, even though she had forcefully taken over my body. I feel kind of relieved. So her shadow self is an actual personality that accepted the real Labrys, and so that's why the shadow Labrys also got a persona. Okay. I guess it can only work because of Labrys' unique characteristics, because she has two memory banks, right? So maybe that's why she can house two personas within, or two different personality modules, maybe. Didn't expect that, but alright.
Labrys!
Labrys!
I sense myself returning to the real world as if the familiar voices are guiding me back. My vision slowly brightens.
You-kun? Everyone.
She's back to herself?
Yeah, I remember. My other half saved me and everyone else brought me back to myself. And with that, I look over towards the young man before me. There's the unmistakable reaction of a plume of dust coming from within him. That plume of dust conveys an intense message to me. Now that I've been reunited with the other me hidden in the darkness of my mind, I know for certain what it's conveying.
You're actually lonely deep down, aren't you? You don't like being alone.
Labrys?
Now what? Are you even more broken now? You think I'm lonely? If you're that mixed up, maybe destroying you would be doing you a favor.
I was like you once. You just haven't realized what's in your heart. It's 'cause no one ever accepted you for who you are.
Huh? Labrys, what are you saying? That guy...
I know, but I understand his feelings, too. He was raised by this Akutsuki guy. But when Akutsuki died, he was just thrown out into the world. You can't bear to live in this world, so you want to tear it down around you. But isn't that just something you're telling yourself? Even I found a home with Mitsuru-san and them. If you just opened up your heart, you could live in this world. You could have friends.
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up! What the hell are you yapping about, you stupid puppet?
His fit of anger cuts off suddenly and he falls unnaturally silent. Did he faint? We look around at each other in confusion when his drooping head slowly rises, his crimson eyes staring fixedly at us.
What is this? My legs!
I can't... not this power again! Damn it! This can't be...
This power...
I can't move, and it's not just me this time. Everyone seems to be held in place due to some power. The young man slowly and calmly looks over at all of us. His eyes and the cross-shaped scar between them gleam red like a suddenly burning flame.
Stop putting useless ideas in his head. Do you intend to destroy him? Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Minazuki. Sho Minazuki. I am the one who will grant this boy his wish.
What happened to this guy? He seems completely different now.
Wait, I sense the plume of dusk. Who are you?
I am the one known as Kawana, the Fixer.
I have no need to explain. This boy yearned for me, and I awakened within him. That is all.
A moment ago, the young man had been increasingly agitated, shouting like a child having a temper tantrum. All of a sudden, he's calm and speaks with a measured tone.
Whatever you're doing to us, is this another of your powers?
Oh, don't get me wrong. This power doesn't belong to me. I'm only borrowing it.
Borrowing?
The place is shaking. This isn't good.
The building's creaking!
It's about time everything was ready. This is all thanks to you, so thank you. I have gathered enough persona fragments.
What was all this fighting for? What are you going to do?
It's simple. I borrowed power to envelop this town in red fog and make you fight against your fakes. It was all to carve off of your personas.
Huh? Carving our personas?
That's right. Our bait truly came in handy. All that's left is to awaken that thing.
So it's like we thought. This town feels like it's in the dark hour. And there's a tower similar to Tartarus. You're going to try to awaken death. Just like Akutsuki!
Ah, not precisely. What I'm trying to awaken is not the same thing you fought against. I will grant this boy his wish and create his world.
This boy, his world. He speaks as if he's talking about someone else. The way he's speaking and staring at us is completely different from how he'd been only moments ago. As if he's now a completely different person. Wait, a different person? Could it be bipolar?
Damn it. If only I could move.
I'll be going now. There are still some finishing touches that must be made. You are free to come after me, but your missing friends are in danger. It would be wiser to go and rescue them.
The young man who called himself Minazuki leaps away with inhuman agility, landing in front of the giant door. After glancing back at us, he turns away and calmly leaves the room. At that moment, the mysterious power that kept us frozen stops, and we finally regain control over our bodies.
Wait!
I call it in fruitless attempt to pursue him before another presence shows up on my radar. It's not one of my friends, it's... What?
Yukiko?
No, surprise Yukiko.
No, that's a fake Yukiko-san.
Hey, yeah. It's not just her. What have Rise and Naoto been up to? Minazuki just said that they're in danger.
Before you worry about that, you have to deal with me. Now, bring on the ring!
A random Yukiko combatant, alright. Yeah, what about Kanji too? When the fake raises his arm, the usual red pillars descend and form barriers around us. Now I won't be able to pursue Minazuki now. He also said to our friends are in danger. Mitsuru is still on the cross and you and his friends are wounded. We have no idea what kind of problems Naoto and the others aren't here are facing right now either. In any case, we have to hurry after show and quickly as possible rescue the others and put this case to rest. Who do I get to play as? I pull my axe from my back and turn around in reaction to Kodomaru's bark. I find a place for myself among the shadow operatives. They're my comrades and they feel the same for me as I do for them. They line up beside me. That's right, I'm not alone anymore. Holy shit, it's quite the lineup. Labrys, No, Yukari, Junpei, Ken, Akihiko, Aigis. Let's do Aigis. The one character I haven't played in a while. I think I remember how to play Aigis. How do I enter Orgia mode though?
Finally.
There it is. There we go. Oh, my button inputs are so bad. Really bad at the D-pad swipes. I'm trying to execute moves and I just can't get it off. We don't even give the fallen shadow a second glance as we rush to where Mitsuru is hanging on the cross. Sturdy lock gives us some trouble, but we finally manage to get Mitsuru down, but the atmosphere among us becomes more cheerful. Though Mitsuru was quite disabled, she quickly regains consciousness.
Labrys. Everyone.
Mitsuru looks relieved for the moment after seeing our faces, but she seems to have quickly reached an understanding. Her expression quickly turns meek as she apologizes to us.
I'm sorry. My judgment was flawed. I'm responsible for all of this.
Did someone mention judgment?
Geez, there you go again with that stuff. Still, I'm really glad you're okay.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, Fuka's safe too. She's headed this way from somewhere else right now, though.
I see you managed to find Yukari-san, Junpei-san.
Hey, Ken? Man, you've grown. I mean, of course I did. It's all going according to plan.
But I heard that you fell asleep on your train and ended up here by accident.
You never change, do you?
It seems that the auxiliary staff like Yukari-san haven't seen Mitsuru and Akihiko in a while, so they have sentimental expressions as they greet each other. The stiff look on Mitsuru-san's face slowly begins to melt away. I was worried about you and his friends after they were hurt, but they seem to be recovering as well. I'm so glad. You and the others approach me.
Labrys! I'm so glad you came. I thought we were done for.
I thought you turned into your shadow for a moment back there. What was that all about?
I don't know, but I guess my shadow's been within me all this time, watching everything I've seen. And I think she's changing too, even if only little by little. And it was all of you who brought me back.
You really did help us. Thank you.
As I'm conversing with everyone from Inaba, I hear some distinctive footsteps. I look towards them and see two shapes running in from beyond the fog. It's Fuka and Teddy. It'll be reassuring to have Fuka with us since she's great at supporting us on the intel front. Bet Teddy will help us too, saying things like how he's my knight. I can't help but smile when I hear their voices calling to me.
Labrys! Thank goodness! I was so worried about you!
Labrys, you came to save us, right? Thank you.
Whoa, he really is a talking costume. You're not General Teddy, right?
Of course I'm not! Look at my fur! It's completely different! It's 100% genuine teddy fur!
Koromaru-san says that his is 100% genuine dog fur.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a dog.
Unless...
Hey, what kind of fur is your coat made of, Mitsuru-san?
This? Kikuno bought this coat, so... No, let us save the discussion of fur for later.
She has no idea, I bet. Mitsuru walks towards Yukun and his friends. Seeing the leaders of the shadow operatives and the investigation team together like this makes me proud. These two people saved me and gave me a place to belong. I want to fight for these people and That will help me get stronger. Having friends and comrades is truly wonderful. That's what I think.
Narukami, I must thank you. It seems we're once again indebted to you.
Adachi just looking down like, well, good luck on saving the world again, kids. Adachi's like that. He's just like the silent observer who'll be writing the history books later.
No, I have to apologize for breaking my promise to you. Your people have helped us out too.
That's fine. You helped me remember something important.
We did?
Yeah, I think I left the stove on.
That's right. Trying to keep danger and death at a distance only results in putting life at a remove as well. I knew this when I established the Shadow Operatives, but it seems that I became too focused on thinking only about the present.
Mitsuru-san.
Allow me to ask for your help now, Narukami. I'd like you and your friends to cooperate with us. We need your assistance to solve this case.
Do I really need to answer that? Of course we'll protect Inaba.
Yukun looks straight into Mitsuru's eyes as he answers. Seeing a sincere resolve, Mitsuru nods cheerfully. His friends are all smiling too, as if they're agreeing to gladly take on anything that comes their way.
By the way, why don't we all compare what we know about the situation?
Oh, you're on the ball, Ken. I was just about to suggest that myself. Yep.
Yeah, right. You're just trying to claim his idea. I mean, seriously, how lame do you have to be to try and steal credit from someone so much younger?
Actually, we each describe what we've experienced up to this point. Once we have a grasp of that, the topic of our conversation obviously shifted to Sho Minazuki.
Who in the world is that Sho kid? Didn't he say something about Ikutsuki being his dad?
The young man stated that he was the mastermind behind the recent events here in Inaba. He also said that he is Shuji Ikutsuki's son. But the file I was given by Kikuno clearly says that Ikutsuki had no family.
Well, presumably he had a life before he was the chairman of Gekkoukan High. Couldn't he have had a child during that time?
No, Ikutsuki had no family, let alone a child. The only things on his mind were his experiments and the fall.
Yeesh, so he was a mad scientist? Oh, don't tell me he was doing human experiments too.
Yes, he gathered orphans from different areas and performed inhumane research on them to try to artificially induce their personas.
Yep, and that's what Strega was born.
Whoa, seriously? That's messed up.
Even after Ergo Research was disbanded, it seems Ikutsuki stole the research data and continued performing such experiments personally. One of those test subjects was named Sho Minazuki. The records state that he was the youngest of the test subjects.
An orphan, huh? Did Ikutsuki adopt him?
No, Sho Minazuki was nothing more than a favorite subject to Ikutsuki.
Test subject? But he's a person! How could he do such a horrible thing?
The Kirijo group of the time was an evil place, suffused with his arrogance. It isn't hard to imagine how he was treated with Ikutsuki in charge. Minazuki was raised in a solitary environment, never interacting with anyone. I suspect his experiences from that time greatly affected the development of Minazuki's current personality.
So that's why he said Ikutsuki was his dad. And he told bad jokes like Ikutsuki too. Hey, that reminds me. In the middle there, he suddenly seemed like a different person. What was that all about?
We'd all noticed that. It was so sudden how his personality just switched that red-haired boy could have split personalities. But the presence that I felt was bothering me a bit.
Mitsuru-san, when he reintroduced himself as Minazuki, I sensed some kind of resonation with my plume of dusk. What could that mean?
There is no information on that. The same goes for the power he had when his eyes turned red. Perhaps they are a result of Ikutsuki's experimentation. The entirety of the report has not been deciphered, but Ikutsuki's data does mention Minazuki's name and the plume of dusk. Kikuno's decoding it now.
Oh, I have it too. Kikuno-san entrusted me with it because it was an emergency.
Ah, that's fine. Either way, I was intending to share it with all of you once the report had been completely deciphered.
Shuji Ikutsuki, the man who performed a countless number of inhumane experiments at the former Ergo Research, who used Mitsuru and the others, even while serving as the chairman of Gekkoukan High School, and who schemed to destroy the world. Yeah, well, his scheme was also fucking flawed as well, because if I, the protagonist, never came to Gekkoukan High, doesn't matter if Cease killed the other 11 shadows, or all the 12 shadows, because if I wasn't there, that means Ryoji isn't there, which means the fall wouldn't have happened in the first place. So if I went to frickin' South America, or literally any other part of Japan, I would have been fine. I can easily imagine how many victims his experiments may have created. I myself am a result of a similar process after all. The show, Kun is another one of those victims.
Hey, when he got all cold and called himself Minazuki, he said that he wasn't after revenge for Ikutsuki, right?
Correct. Based on what he said, it seems this Minazuki set this situation in motion to grant the hot-headed boy his wish for immense solitude.
And then he was talking about persona fragments.
Yeah, that's right. He said that he covered the town in this red fog and was carving our personas by making us fight in it. The sense of fatigue we felt when we were on those crosses is most likely part of that same plan. Looks like we completely fell for it.
But he said that he'd gathered enough fragments of our personas, didn't he? Then...
Yes, he's most likely completed that step of the plan.
What was that part about awakening something? I mean, I can guess that it's going to be pretty dangerous, but what's he trying to call down?
I know nothing about that, but if it's similar to what we encountered at Tartarus, it's nothing welcome.
Persona fragments, huh? What in the world is he planning on using them for?
Is this all part of what he wants? We fall silent, full of impatience and uncertainty. On top of all that, the second personality gave us a word of caution as he was leaving. We need to make sure that everyone's safe as quickly as possible.
Oh, that reminds me. Yukiko and the others!
That's right! That Minazuki guy said that Yuki-chan and the people with her are in danger!
Naoto-san and Kanji-san said that they were going to Junes. According to Junpei-san, supposedly Yukiko-san and Rise-san were at the same location.
Huh? Oh, right. But those two said they were gonna go look for Kanji and the others, so I don't think they're still there. They could miss each other.
Yes, I'm concerned about them as well. Let's split into two teams. One heads to the top of the tower while the other searches for Narukami's friends. Yamagishi, perform a search and try to locate them as best you can.
Understood. I don't know how well it'll go, but I'll try searching for everyone.
We're counting on you.
Persona.
Luka closes her eyes and concentrates, summoning her persona to search the surrounding area. Then again, the spread fog seems to be able to block the search abilities a little bit while making Teddy sneeze when he tries to use his keen nose. There's no knowing how well this will go.
There's so much interference. The fog might be getting thicker. Oh! I have 2 readings near Junes. That may be Kanji-kun and Naoto-kun. They seem to be moving towards Junes. And I found another 2 readings in town on the move together.
Do you think that's Yukiko and Rise? Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, what the?
The entire room shudders immensely and the building creaks. The one calling himself Minazuki is undoubtedly close to accomplishing his goal, wherever he is. There isn't much time left for us.
We must hurry. Yukari, Iori, Amada, and Koromaru, you're the least wounded. You pursue Minazuki.
Gotcha.
Right! I will go with Akihiko and Aigis to rescue Narukami's friends.
Understood.
Yamagishi, you remain here and back us up. Narukami's group, you're all too exhausted. I ask that you remain here and regain your strength.
I'll do everything I can to assist you.
Whoa, seriously? Will?
No, we should stay here. Fukusan needs someone to protect her as well.
Hey, what about me? I'm perfect!
Mitsuru-san, Teddy's got a great nose, so I think he'll at least be of some use. Please let him help you find our friends.
Some use? How rude! I'm totally useful. My babe Dar is up and running.
I see. That's promising. Well then, you can assist us, Teddy.
Mitsuru-san, the school and this town have both turned into labyrinths. It would be unproductive for us to search the town all in one group.
Yeah, Aigis is right. If we're all caught together again, things will get worse. Let's split into 2 teams to search faster.
All right, I can provide some guidance as well. Aigis and Teddy, you partner up. Akihiko and I will go together. Once you meet with Narukami's friends, head for Junes. We'll regroup there and secure the area.
Woo! I get to be alone with Ai-chan? Their bodies were artificial, but their love was real. Okay, I'm in!
I can tell that Mitsuyo-san's leadership and quick decision-making have given everyone's morale a boost. Of course, her strength stems from her deep care for her friends and comrades. All her anxiety and impatience disappears as if it had never existed, and we're filled with renowned determination. We all wish to protect this world. Mitsuda approaches me.
Labrys, I should ask you this now. What do you think about that young man, Sho Minazuki?
Well, I know we can't let him destroy the world and all, but...
His hair is a bit too red.
but...
I think he's the same as me. I want to see him one more time and try to talk to him. Just like you all saved me, I want to save Sho.
Ever since I was born, I was always alone, knowing nothing of love, trust, or interpersonal bonds. I was taught only how to fight, and I never considered the possibility of befriending anyone. The young man, Sho Minazuki, is exactly how I once was. That's right, and if that's the case, I should be able to save Sho the same way I was saved.
Very well. I want you to pursue Minazuki as well. I'm counting on you, Labrys.
Okay.
With each of us given a duty to perform, we promise to reunite once the case has been solved and rush from the room. The occasional tremors causing the building to rumble ominously are becoming more and more frequent, as if giving us an audible countdown to the end of the world. Alright, so the P4 cast is still in the tower, and then the P3 cast from the P1 Grand Prix are splitting up into 2 groups to go to the city to find the rest of the P4 cast, and then all the new P3 cast is headed to the top of the tower with Labrys. Alright, why we're here? Good question. That's a question I've been asking myself for a long time. And the answer I've come to is to play video games, baby. Alright, I'm gonna go grab something to eat and I will be back with this. You know what they say, right? Too early to exist in the time for VR Sword Art Online games, but born just in time for the invention of smart technology, like mobile devices and Unreal Engine graphics. If you care about that, I don't mind. I prefer Unity still. Anyways, I'll be back in the next episode.